In this video, we will be reviewing how to create and edit Rollup Priorities. First, click on the Priorities section in the left navigation 3 steps down. To create a priority, simply click Add Priority on the top left. This full drawer pulls out with a lot of customizable options. For simplicity's sake, the only two actually required fields of a priority are these two top ones, priority name and priority owner. This priority example can be called Rollup, as we're creating a Rollup example. If we needed to X out our name and enter someone else's, we can, as the priority owner. Now I'm just going to scroll down to priority type. Here's where you're changing how this specific priority measures its success. A Rollup priority actually takes into the account the success of other priorities in order to measure its success. We use the language of parent priority versus child priority to imagine the cascading tree of different goals throughout an organization. If a major team-wide goal was the roll-up, we could break that down into what each individual in a team is doing to participate in the specific goal. Let's select Rollup to see this example. So Rollup will now be only at 0% or essentially nothing is happening underneath it if there is no other priority linked to it. That's a good example of the difference between a Rollup priority and a task-driven priority. A Rollup priority needs a priority underneath it. A task-driven priority needs a task underneath it. For this one, let's save the goal and create a child priority to see how they interact. So we'll save this priority, and you can see it down here. As I said, it's 0, it hasn't been started yet. We need something underneath it, branching out underneath it, to show its success. So here's the Rollup priority. We'll click Add Priority, and we need to connect what we call the child priority, this is the child, to its parent. So we'll search for Rollup. There it is. This is child A. We'll scroll down, and then this one has to be either a KPI driven or a task driven to fully encompass and bring value to this goal. Again, if we had another Rollup underneath it, we can keep going down, but something at the bottom really does have to show us the specific value. I'm just going to enter in a quick example. Let's say 10 out of 10. We'll save priority, and then this one will be at 100%. The child is now at 100%. Therefore, the Rollup is at 100%. To edit a priority, we'll just click on the 3 dots over here and click Edit. Another option in these 3 dots is Add Child Priority. This is a great quick add with the parent priority actually already filled out. I'll just add one more example child to show you the full picture of how these Rollups work. This one can be task-driven. So you can have a little bit of a mix of different items going on in a specific team. So add task, task 1, save, versus task 2, save. Right now, if I were to save this, neither task is checked off, so this specific priority would be at 0%. Instead of doing that, let's check off one of these. And what would this be at? 1 out of 2, that would be 50%. Save priority, and the calculation should show the average percent complete between the two. So we've got 100 for the KPI, 50 for the task. Right in between there, we'd be at 75% for the Rollup. If we were happy at this point in the period, it's going to show as red because we're almost done. We really should be closer to 100%. We've only got a couple days left of the quarter. If we ever needed to change that specific goal and say, you know what, I feel pretty confident in what we did this quarter, maybe we fell a little bit behind, but I think that we're actually in the clear. We're in the green because we hit the success marks that we wanted to. You can change this to a user status goal and say, you know what, I actually feel pretty good about the completion of this priority. I'd say we're in the green. You'd save that priority, and you can see here it's clearly indicated that you selected that color instead of the computer. However, we're now at the green even though we're at 75, even though we're not at 100%. All right, if you have any questions on how these goals work, always feel free to contact us at the left bottom below your screen. And thank you so much.